Getting your kids to try new foods can be a very daunting task as a parent, and yet it is a critical skill for our kids to learn. Kids who are willing to try new foods tend to have a greater variety of foods in their diet, and that is associated with long-term health. But there are 3 mistakes parents often make when introducing new foods, and I want to talk about those with you today and give you some tips for things you can do instead to counter these mistakes. Hi, I'm Kaya Duffy, nutrition expert, entrepreneur, speaker, and mom of 3. I help busy, health-conscious parents transform their family's relationship with food. So, mistake number 1 parents often make when introducing new foods to their kids is that they give them too much of that new food. Imagine being served a plate and seeing a pile of peas. You have never seen peas before. They are green, which tends to be something that, sends up a red flag. They're wrinkly. You have no idea what they're going to taste like, and it now seems like you are expected to eat a mountain of them. Most kids will say no, thank you, and be reluctant to even try a little bit of a food when it seems like there's too much on their plate. So instead, offer a small amount, especially when it's something new, and especially if it's something that you suspect your kids may have a very difficult time trying, or if you have a child who has a difficult time trying new foods. Sometimes, in a case with the pea and a child who is very reluctant, you might start with just a single pea on the plate. The point is to de-emphasize this new food, and the goal is to get them to be willing to taste it, not eat it and fill their whole belly. So again, mistake number 1, offering too much of a new food, and rather than offering a pile of something new, give them a small amount. Mistake number 2 is offering only new foods. Imagine serving a whole new dish that incorporates peas into something with all kinds of other foods that your kids are unfamiliar with. This also is going to be a little bit too scary for most kids to try something new, especially, again, if you have a reluctant or a picky eater. So rather than creating an entire meal out of all new foods, it helps your kids feel more secure in the process of tasting something new, trying new foods, if it is paired with something that they are familiar with. Especially if this is done at mealtime when your kids are hungry and expect to sit down to have something that they can fill their bellies with. If they're served all new foods that are, again, unfamiliar, they may not be willing and interested in tasting any of that, and they are going to be reluctant to do so. So rather than offer all new foods, offer something new with something that is familiar to them. Okay. Mistake number 3 that parents most often make when introducing new foods is not offering that new food over and over again. Kids need multiple exposures to a food before it becomes something that they know and will willingly eat. And often we take our kids' initial reluctance with a new food to mean A, that they're not going to eat it now, which in fact they very well may not eat it, but B, we take it one step further and assume that by not eating it now, they will never eat it in the future, when in fact they just need to be exposed to that food multiple times before it is something that they know and will willingly accept. So rather than offering a food only once, be sure that you are offering it multiple times. It can be useful sometimes also to try offering those foods in different forms, cooked in different ways, or flavored differently. Maybe your child doesn't like the vegetable that you're trying raw, but they really like it roasted. Maybe the first time you roast it, they say no, thank you, but they really do like it if it's braised or broiled or served raw. And once you get them familiar with the process of tasting, and you do this over and over again, you can then begin experimenting with different ways of cooking and serving and flavoring those foods. So mistake number 3 is not offering a food often enough, when in reality you need to expose your kids over and over and over again to a new food before it is something that they are familiar with.